Pasta fans around the world unite. There's a podcast for you tonight with Gigi and Olivia, about to hit you with some penny trivia. So come on and listen in. We're talking about pasta again. It's the Pasta Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the Pasta Podcast, where we talk about nothing but pasta. Today we will not be talking about pasta. Today we will be ranking liminal spaces. I, of course, am a pasta chef, and my name is Gigi. To our other fellow pasta chef, what's your name?
My name is Olivia.
And this time you can hear her.
Hopefully. God, if you can't, I'm
No,
gonna
the desktop audio is coming through. Bad. It's okay this time.
I'm gonna do something bad. I'm gonna commit a crime.
Olivia doesn't have keys to my house, but she knows how to get in.
I do. So liminal spaces. I actually screenshot the definition. Let me share it with you guys.
We're going educated with this one.
Educated. A liminal space is the uncertain transition between where you've been and where you're going physically, emotionally, or metaphorically. To be in a liminal space means to be on the precipice of something new, but not quite there yet. So, in this sense, liminal spaces, when you look at them, they look like nostalgic, like you've been there before. Yeah. But you probably haven't been, or maybe you have, who knows? A lot of the times, it's just an empty room. A lot of the times it's like an arcade that's been abandoned. There's a lot of abandoned places in liminal spaces. So I think on this, we're going to be ranking them. I think that we should judge them on S tier being the most nostalgic. Like, we recognize this is extremely like liminal, and then D tier is being the least. So we have some pictures. We'll describe them to you. You'll be able to see the tier list when we share it on our Twitter account after this is done. But yeah, should we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Okay, so first we have a picture of what looks to be a mall. And it's like a gumball machine in the middle, without any gumballs in it. But this place is empty. It looks very clean. And I think that's a tick on the liminal space box. A bad tick. Not a good tick.
Yeah.
Of it being clean. Because I feel like liminal spaces are very dirty looking.
Yeah. I do think it's pretty nostalgic in the sense that the places that the shops are clearly meant to be, there's nothing in the windows. This is an abandoned mall. But yeah, it is way too clean. The skylight is nice. That's nostalgic.
The skylight is nice. But the thing is that with the skylight, it does have that more liminal feeling because you can't actually see the sky.
Yeah.
So it's a little uncomforting. It's a little it makes you a little uneasy, you know? And I think that's good in the sense of it being a liminal space. Like, that's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Although I don't... Actually, I feel like I've been here. I was going to say I don't feel like it's too nostalgic, but I feel like I've been here.
I feel like this is one of those malls that we don't have here, but I've been to a few different places in California, and been to their malls, and some of the malls do have very long hallways. I think the ones we have here, they have a lot of big open space, but some of them have really long hallways, and this is an example of that. And I think that that's it is nostalgic for some people. It's not really for us because our malls are wide and not hallway center, hallway.
Some of our malls don't have multiple floors. I've noticed that's a big thing. We have one mall that does, but I mean, out of the two malls that we have near us, one mall has multiple floors. So I
Yeah.
don't know. This seems like more us.
I'd rank
I
it
don't know. What would you rank it?
like a B tier. It's pretty solid. I think it would be A if it wasn't so spick and span.
Yeah, I think it could be better. I'm acknowledging the ones on the rest of the list. Um, and I think that this one is probably lower than most, but it's definitely a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on.
Okay. Yo.
This one is pretty insane. This one is so basically it's um a tiled floor with red and blue alternating tiles here and there. Like they're not everywhere, they're like sparse. And then the ceiling almost it looks like one of those office ceilings, but it's got like fluorescent lights in it that aren't turned on, like they're dark.
Mm-hmm.
And as you walk further down, it's like pitch black in the back.
Yeah.
So, and there's also pillars in there. I think this is a good one.
I think this is a good one. There
The
are
fire sprinklers
yeah, I think that
on the ceiling, yeah.
I think that the thing that's like making me a little bit more uneasy about this is that there's like I'm sure it's a Christmas tree or something, but there's like a poorly lit like Christmas tree or something if way in the back in the darkness.
I don't know what that is.
I don't
Maybe
know
it's just like
either.
a reflection of something.
It
It
like
just looks like a bunch of lights.
it's just like crazy. This is
Well,
this
you
is
know
a
what
place that you haven't visited in real life, but you visited in a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Um,
This is like one of those
I
dreams where you're having a dream about school and it's all normal, and then all of a sudden it becomes like a horror movie, and this is the what your school transforms it to. It becomes this
yeah.
like it becomes this like terrifying empty space that is dark and
Yeah.
dingy.
And also like the fact that the like lined gate on the left, it looks like it's like been closed or something. And also if you look in the very, very back, it looks like a bookshelf, but if you zoom in, it's actually just like because I thought it was a bookshelf for a second. I thought, oh, maybe this is a library. No, it's just literally like a bunch of dirt on this like vent thing gate. It looks like a gate, like of some sort that you like pull up and pull back down. It
Yeah.
looks like after the mall is closed, like those things they pull down, and then like you look like you're inside the shop, but there's nothing left in the shop. It looks like it's like completely out of business.
Yeah. This reminds me of a Left 4 Dead 2 the part there's like levels, and one of them is in a mall, and you have to climb under one of those gates that comes down because it's an abandoned mall because it's a zombie
It kind of
apocalypse.
looks like something out of a video game, honestly.
Yeah, this is one of those rooms that a boss battle happens in, and you're just locked out of all the other rooms until it's resolved.
I want to put this one in A tier because I feel like this one's a little bit better.
Yeah, this one's solid. I like how the tiles are just like I really like how some of the tiles are like broken and like clearly stuff has
Yeah.
happened to them. The other one looks like way too
Too
clean.
pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So more points for being dingy and dirty and dark. The
Yeah.
3Ds. Dingy, dirty, and dark.
Does it hit the 3Ds, yes or no?
That's what we gotta go over. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Okay, this one is a good one. The graininess of the photo makes it so much better, I think.
Yeah.
Do you want to try to describe this one, Gigi?
Yeah. You know what? The aspect ratio is actually making it better for me for some reason. The like when you take
Oh,
a
really?
picture on like a different size phone and it comes out a different this is that vibe. This is like I took this photo on a flip phone kind of a vibe. But yes, I
Yeah.
will describe. It's like it's a big empty room that like has some kind of like, you know, when you're in a classroom and you look up at the ceiling, it's got that kind of ceiling, and it's got red and like tan, but I'm sure it used to be white checkerboard floors.
Yeah, it's like yellow.
It's got a couple like random pillars in it, and it's got to the left of the photo like a half wall of, I don't know, maybe it's a counter or maybe it's just like a separating wall, and there's like a staircase there or something. And in the way back there's like blue. There's like blue wall.
Yeah, it looks like,
and it reminds me a little bit of it reminds me of like a hospital, one of those curtains at the hospital.
Oh.
That's what that reminds me of.
So this could be one of two things. This could be like, because if you look at it and you think this is like an old-fashioned hospital,
yeah, I could see that.
It could be that. But this also kind of looks like an 80s pizza parlor to me.
Oh, it does actually. Because
which is so funny because those are two completely opposite things. Is this completely anywhere opposite. Between a pizza parlor and a hospital?
So anything. It can be anything.
I really like the checkered floor. Like that is, I want that in my room.
Yeah. I think that what's interesting is that as I said, the tiles are like, obviously they used to be white, but they've yellowed over the years.
Yeah, see, that's what makes it look old. There's the dingy.
There's the dingy. What were the other two?
Is it dark?
It is kind of dark in that other
dingy, dark,
corner.
And dirty.
And honestly,
dingy, dark, and dirty.
I mean, it probably is dirty.
It's pretty dark in the back. You know what it looks like? It looks like it's got windows in the front. Yeah. But they're probably boarded up. So there's like a little bit of light coming in, but not too much. Like it's in the like fluorescent lights obviously aren't working anymore.
Yeah, you know what? I think I've convinced myself. I think this used to be a hospital. Because those pillars being there, that would be the perfect place to anchor, like, you know, one of those like wires so that you can pull the curtain around. You know how the curtains go in like a semicircle so that you can have it partially closed or fully closed if you're like getting dressed or something. This does seem like one of those. The counter? I don't know. I feel
counter,
like
it could be like a receptionist's desk.
It could be. I also think that it could be just like a half a wall like separating the staircase. Maybe this is like a top floor or something.
Yeah, that could be a staircase. Or shoot, maybe it's neither. Maybe it's just like a filing cabinet or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. So does this meet the 3Ds? That's the first question. It's not very dark, but it is dingy and it is dirty.
I think that it's pretty good. I think that it's just not as nostalgic for us. Because we can't really...
it's not nostalgic.
We're not like, oh yeah, this is definitely a hospital or a pizza parlor or whatever. We're like, I think that's what this is. But yeah, kind of have to analyze it for that.
Yeah. So in terms of nostalgia, that's what we're kind of ranking it on.
I'm getting nostalgia from like the general aspect ratio of the photo and like graininess, but I'm not really getting it from anything else in this photo. I don't feel like I've been here. I don't feel like I've been here.
So maybe C?
Yeah, C. Because it is...
Deeper, dark, and dingy. Dark and dirty.
A C for,
cream-colored floor.
No.
Gigi don't like it when I use big man terms.
That's not a big man term.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
I have a very popular one. That's this one. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. There is a game that's called like the Backrooms. Markiplier has played it. If you're confused, just look up Markiplier Backrooms.
Or just look up Backrooms on Google. You'll see the photos.
Yeah, you'll see. I'm pretty sure this is from that video game. But it is literally created to look like a liminal space. So, and I didn't watch the whole video, but I'm pretty sure that this whole game is literally just you wandering the back rooms, like trying to find a way out.
There is, I think I watched the video the full way through. There is like a monster. But the thing about it is that like you can see it for a split second before it like kills you, so you really don't know what it looks like. It's just like a black blob. And personally, I think that made the game worse. I feel like it's more unsettling if people don't know if they're being chased and if they're not being chased.
Yeah.
Because that just like, that gives you the unsettling and also the not knowing if you're in danger. Because if you know you're in danger, you can kind of be like, okay, I'm in danger, you know? But the unknown is much more scary than actually being in danger. But talking about the nostalgia of the backrooms, the backrooms do make me uncomfortable to look at sometimes, but it's not really that creepy. I feel like the videos that they made around it are creepy because they have made a couple like ARGs, which are like alternate reality games, which are like little, you know, basically like mini movies that are like, this is real, but you know it's not real, where they've explored the backrooms and it just keeps going, and that's really interesting. But I can't really fully immerse myself in this, and I don't feel like I've been here. I feel like I've seen the photo before because I have.
We did not describe what this looks like, so I'm gonna do that right now.
Everybody knows what this looks like.
Everybody, no one.
I'll teach my father. He'll know.
It's basically just a tan room with walls. That's all it is. It's like, yeah, you can paint that picture in your head.
And it feels like the hallway goes on forever.
Yeah. It's got like repeating walls in it. I feel like I've been here. There used to be like, this empty, oh man, hidden memory unlocked. When my dad would do drafts in empty office spaces, like baseball drafts, whatever. And he was doing one, and at the time it was an empty office space right next door. And it felt like the hugest thing at the time. I was little, so I don't know if it actually was. It probably wasn't. But I do remember me and my brother would take the wheelie chairs, and we would run really fast, push them, and then just like slide on the chairs down the halls. And they felt so big. And I kid you not, it looked like this. Like, this is what the office space looked like. So it kind of just looks like an empty office space. That is kind of nostalgic for me. But yeah, maybe we should cut the in-between and maybe go B, because it's not really nostalgic for you, but it is for me.
Yeah, we can do that. It is a pretty solid liminal space. I just don't have nostalgia for it.
Pretty solid, I'd say it is.
If you put me in the back rooms, I would be pretty unnerved. I don't think I would be like, yo, have I been here before? I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is this place?
Yeah. All right. B tier. Next on the list, we have... Ooh, this one's kind of nice, actually. I like the filter on it. It's like this flooded subway.
Yeah.
But you can't, like... It's like the entrance to the subway. It's like not the trains or anything. It's like the entrance, like as you're going down the stairs.
Yeah.
And it's just flooded. Like there's just water everywhere. And you can see like the lights and stuff for like what trains are going. But you can't actually see any trains at all or anything else besides that. It's literally just the hallway. But you know it's a subway station. It's like very obviously a subway station.
Yeah, it's got like the signs on the side of the wall telling you where everything is and shit. And they've got like, I don't know, are those windows or are those like posters or something?
They look like posters because I don't think there would be windows because it's underground.
Well, yeah, but the trains go underground. So I don't know if any of them are...
No, those are posters.
Okay, well, they got, like, posters and shit. Probably not, like, yay, posters. Probably, like, information. But I think that... I don't feel like I've been here before. But I've also never been to a subway station before. But I do think it's kind of crazy how it's flooded.
I've been to very few subway stations in my life. I went to the metro in Paris, and that is very different from what this looks like. Not super different, actually. It's like all subways look the same. There's always trains and signs. I actually have a picture of myself and my dad in a subway station, and it kind of like the wall is the same wall as this place, like the tiles.
Yeah.
So, that wall is kind of like a bit nostalgic, but not really. I kind of just like this is like a cute vibe. Like it's like kind of comforting. It's not well, it's a little dirty, but it's not dark and dingy.
Yeah.
It's actually very bright.
Yeah, it's not dirty at all. I mean, like, there's some, like, there's a little bit of dirt on the floor, but you can't really tell because it's covered in water. And other than that, the entire rest of it is pretty clean. Although the stairs look like the stairs look really dirty.
They've seen better days, yeah. Maybe we should go a little bit lower with this one because it's just not really.
It's not really
the big nostalgia marker isn't really going.
Let's do.
What do you think?
I don't know. Is it not nostalgic enough to be in D tier? Because I just don't. I'm not vibing with it.
It feels like an aesthetic, honestly. It feels like a layout. I'd put it in D.
This is one of those photos that you'd see, and there would be text like above it that's like, "Why did he leave me?" You know, those like weird memes that are like really dark for some reason, and they're like they're memes, and you're like, memes are supposed to be funny.
This next one, honestly.
Oh shoot!
This one is a little, like, okay, like it feels like The Shining. Does it not?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I have actually seen The Shining, and it does feel like The Shining.
I haven't seen The Shining, but my parents have showed me enough movie clips that I've seen The Shining.
Yeah. I mean, I watched The Shining knowing, like, what happens and what the ending is, and I probably know just about as much of it as you do. But for description's sake, I will say this is, like, clearly the hallway of, like, a hotel. And there's, like, room after room. Like, there's doors so close to each other that I'm not quite sure how there's rooms there. And it feels like if you zoom in, it obviously doesn't, but it feels like the hallway goes forever in the way that it's lined up. There's ceiling lights above every, like, 2 to 3 doors. And there's a, like, carpet runner going down the middle that's green, and everything else is, like, brown and tan, and it's just very odd. And also, I think at the very back of the hallway, there's a little door to, like, the roof. So this is, like, the top of a hotel, which makes me feel more uneasy somehow. Or it could be the exit. Well, it does say exit, but I think that's a door to the staircase.
Maybe the hallway turns at the last point and the rooms continue.
Oh, shoot, maybe. It does actually go on for a lot longer than you think. If you zoom in, there's more and more doors than you think at first glance. Yeah. There's, like, easily, like, 20 rooms on this floor.
I think this is a good one. It feels cheap, and I feel like any lower middle class family has been in a hotel room like this before.
Yeah.
Like, if you're traveling somewhere, you've been in a room like this before. And I just think that's, like, I don't know. It feels like I've been there.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks like the colors are just, like, weird to me. Like, I don't vibe with the colors, but, like...
Yeah, because it's like
everything
a
else, like,
yellowy,
appealing.
and then, like, the green somehow just, like, does not go well with that. And it just kind of
Yeah,
gives you,
it's like
like...
a very...
It gives you an icky vibe.
It's like a very 70s green, so you can tell this place is old
Yeah.
and it's probably been around for a while and it hasn't had a lot of remodeling done. I don't know. I think I'd put this one in either B or A. I'm not sure though.
I think B.
The colors
but
aren't doing
only-
it for me.
But only because it's not very dark, and it's not very dingy,
Mhm.
and it's not very dirty.
True, but it does feel a little dirty.
It does feel like if I was there, like, in real life, I would definitely be like, oh my god, the carpet is disgusting.
I
But
feel
right
dirty.
now, I can't tell if it's dirty or not because it's a single photo. You know those carpet cleaning videos where they're like, I'm cleaning this carpet and it's like a dark green carpet and you're like, that doesn't look that dirty, and then they clean it and you're like, yo, that used to be light green. That's how
Yeah.
I feel like I would react to this carpet in real life. But right now it's like a nice olive color.
All right, so that's going into your B.
Yeah.
Our next one. This is actually a very popular one. I did figure out where it was from. I can't really remember. It does look like a prison of sort, but it is not. It's actually a hotel.
No, yeah, I knew it was.
I do know about this one.
What
It does look like a prison, though.
So it's a little bit.
I do know a little bit about this one. This one has lore. But no, so
I don't like that you can see directly into the rooms when they don't have curtains on.
Yeah, it is very unsettling that there's a ceiling in what looks to be an open space. I think this is in Japan. I can't remember. But maybe England. Either England or Japan. But I don't know. This just seems so surreal to me. Like, okay, so there's starting at the floor, there's like this weird, not very geometric square, I want, of like grass. Or like false grass at least. I don't know. It's like all the same shade of green. But on top there's like it's like an enclosed area filled with walls, and every wall has like a 5x4 of windows, and then it has an enclosed ceiling. So it does seem very and everything's white. But it's got like this blue tinge. I don't know if there's like blue lights or something in there.
It looks like there's blue lights on the stairs that these were taken on. Like at the bottom of the photo. But yeah, this actually does kind of remind me of a hotel that I've been to. Not with the closed ceiling, but I did go to a hotel once. I think it was the last time that I went to a hotel. And they had like a little patio, and I don't know why, but this is giving me those vibes, especially because we went out there at like night. So, but it does.
It kind of
does
like,
give me the vibes.
What you said earlier about that room feeling like you've been there in a dream. This feels like I've been there in a dream.
Yeah.
And it looks like it has like a little air conditioning unit at the very bottom.
Does it? Wait.
I don't know what that is. It just looks like it.
Oh, this is that's
like
one of
this
those
one.
window cleaner things, because you can see the lines go up, and it has a little thing to go around, and I find it funny because how are you supposed to get the windows on the wall that it's actually on, because it doesn't have a line there. You can't go that way.
Yeah. I really like this one. I want to put it in A tier.
Yeah, we can put it in A tier.
I like it doesn't complete the 3Ds necessarily, but it does complete the nostalgia factor, and it also completes the sense of foreboding and loneliness.
Yeah. If I
Because
was stuck
looking at
here, I
this,
would not like
even
it.
though, yeah, even though there's like people, like it looks like there's people like living in there at least, it doesn't feel like there's anybody there.
Yeah, it feels like they have random lights on. It feels like they want me to
Yeah.
know that there's people living here, and that's suspicious.
We promise there's someone here. All right. So A tier. We are moving on. I
Oh,
I don't
shoot.
remember where this is from. There is like apparently there was a guy who created images of liminal spaces like as an art form. I think this might be one of them. I'm not sure though. If I knew him, I would credit him, but I do not. So this is like a winding staircase on this big giant pillar into this pool with a weird tunnel in the back.
That you
And it's
can't
just in
see
the middle of
anything in.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. This makes me very unsettled because I can't see where the staircase ends. And I don't know why, but it feels like it keeps going down or something, like at least a little bit in the back. And you can't see anything like above the staircase, and obviously you can't see anything in the tunnel. And it just makes you go, why the fuck is that tunnel there? What's that tunnel doing? Because there's no practical use to having a tunnel in an indoor pool.
Well, what's getting me is that I know exactly how that water feels.
Yeah.
Like exactly. Like you know it's cold.
Yeah. It's water that you step in and you're like, oh shit, that's colder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Also, I can feel
the
the
tunnel?
tiles on, if you can see the tiles below I can feel them on my feet.
Yeah, you know how they feel. That tunnel, it reminds me, okay, so in Disneyland, when I was little, I remember like going on Pirates of the Caribbean and Small World, both boat rides. And I remember seeing like, because as a little kid, I didn't like look at the ride. I like to look at the behind the scenes stuff. And so there was always like, there's maintenance tunnels a lot in those two rides. I think there's like, I mean, there's at least one maintenance tunnel in each. And I remember always looking at them and be like, ooh, where does that tunnel go? Because I was a little kid and I didn't know that it was just a maintenance tunnel. And that's where the boats go when they need maintenance. I actually saw behind one once, not on purpose. I just saw it and I was like, yo, that's what it looks like back there. But I didn't sneak into that area. But that's what those remind me of. It's like those maintenance tunnels in Disneyland. So this is kind of nostalgic for me.
Olivia, I don't like that.
Because of that.
All of the walls and floors and even the, like, texture of the pillar have the exact same tiles on them.
I know.
It's all the same. It's all this white tile. And it's, like, tiny tiles, too. Like, I know that most people don't think about this, but when I see tiny tiles, I'm like, that must have taken a shitload of time to place all those tiles.
Yeah.
Because they're so tiny.
That's a funny way to think about it. All right. What would you rate this one, do you think?
I think that this is actually, like, pretty... I feel like this is an S tier, to me at least. Because that is something that I would see in a dream, and it feels like something that I've seen in maybe like a horror video game and been like, I'm not playing that game. I don't want to see it.
I would put it in an S. It is nostalgic. The 3Ds have completely gone out the window. That is okay.
Well, it is dark. And I'm sure that the bottom of that pool is dingy. And probably dirty.
Yeah, there's probably AIDS in there.
Yummy.
No, I like that one. That one's good. moving on.
Moving on.
Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a good one. This has got such a cleanliness to it. It looks like I want to eat it.
Yeah. You know what's getting me about this one is that if you look in the reflection of the tiles on the back wall, all of the lights are in one specific like place. And they're reflecting off the tiles of the wall, which makes me wonder, is this just one big long hallway for this pool? Is this one hallway? Also, my brain is going, wow, are they color coding right there? What does it mean?
No.
Where is the red one and where is the blue one?
So basically this is like, it looks like a water park. Like a small part of a water park, and it's 3 slides.
That just come out of the wall.
And you can't see where to start. Yeah, they just come out of the wall. But the wall has these tiles on it that has a Pac-Man sun and waves. And there's also like these giant stumps in the water that are like the same color, like similar colors to the slides.
And like the same material.
Can also see, yeah, and you can also see like this, the stopper that like separates like parts of the pool. And you can see the railing getting in. But yeah, the slides are very shiny.
Everything's shiny.
It is very shiny in this picture. It does feel very clean.
It's not very dingy. Not very
Not
dirty.
very dingy. Not very dirty. Not very dark. But
it does give me some vibes that I feel like I've felt before. I feel like I have a lot of nostalgia for pool.
It's a little misleading that you can't see the exit to the or you can't see the entrance in the slide. It just comes right out of the wall.
Yeah. That makes me wonder, how do the parents react when their children go down that slide? Are they like, okay, have fun, go down the slide, and then they're like, oh, where does the slide end up, by the way? And the like water park person is just like, oh, like 3 floors down.
Yeah, I wonder how I was just thinking to myself, I wonder how the lifeguard would manage the lines that way, because he can't see that when they get down, so he must just be like 10 seconds.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Like, yeah, what if somebody gets stuck in the slide?
I did when I was little. I went to this water park in Idaho that I absolutely loved. I loved that water park. We went there many, many times, and I loved that place. And they did have a bunch of these water slides that were kind of similar to these, but they were different. Like, there was 2, like, skinny-ish ones that were for, like, kids. And then there was, like, 2 of these bigger ones that you, like, needed a tube to go down. And I'm just thinking about that because the biggest one, I was always scared to go on it when I was little, but when I went on it, I loved it. But the biggest one, you couldn't see the bottom. You would go up so high that you couldn't see the bottom. And so that is what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah.
In that sense, because, I don't know, you would just come out of nowhere.
Also, I gotta say, this looks like a health code violation. Like, on another note, because I imagine that you're getting a lot of, like, a good amount of momentum in that slide. What if you just shoot straight out because the pool ends, like, exactly where the slide ends? What if your child hits the pole and then, like, has a brain injury for the rest of their life?
I'm assuming that the slide is not very long, so they can't get that much momentum.
But, like, even if it's just on the other side that you enter, some kids will pick up momentum really fast. It's a pretty long drop for a little, I don't know. in my head, this is like a slide that goes, okay, down, and then down again, and then down again, and it just kind of keeps going. That's probably not how it actually is, but I do think it's long enough that could be an issue.
Okay, so what do you think you would rank this?
I think that this is at least solid A tier for me, because just like the idea, even just like the concept of like going to a water park is just kind of nostalgic to me. And I've been to like three water parks, and they were two of them were the same water park, and one of them didn't have a pool. It was literally just water park. You ever been to a water park and you were like, yo, I thought there was going to be a pool here, and they're like, no, we got sprinklers.
Yeah, I liked water parks when I was little, but although they do seem very dirty.
They are very dirty. But as a kid, you don't care, so.
All right, this next one is definitely a good one. I do have one coming up, though, so I'm going to save my thoughts for the other one. This one's good. Could be better. It's like a bouncy place that like little kids would go and have their birthdays. And there's like a bunch of bouncy houses and a bouncy slide and whatever. I loved those growing up. I absolutely loved them. I thought they were so much fun.
I think what is fun about this photo is they also got they've got a net with balloons, which obviously they let go for like kids' birthday parties and shit. And also they just have 3 random, those things that you ride as a kid that are like animals. They just have 3 of them lined up right next to each other, like freestanding ones.
And if you look in the back, in that bouncy house in the back, there's like,
they got rock climbing.
I forget.
Except it's not rocks.
It's like rock climbing, but it's not. It's like part of the balloon. And I remember so vividly going on one of those.
Yeah, because that's how you got the grippy to be able to go up the thing, so you could go down the water slide. Even though it didn't have water in it. My brain said water. But it was slippery. That's why my brain was like water.
It was a challenge getting up, but a prize going down.
Yeah. Honestly,
Those were always so much
I
fun.
liked going up too until like maybe it was like a little bit too hard for me, and then it was like, I hate this. This is stupid. But it was fun when it was fun, you know? I do have like a good chunk of nostalgia from going to bouncy house like establishments as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And the funny thing is that I don't remember most of them. The only one that I do remember, I went to a birthday party with my niece, and she was like 4 or 5 at the time. And I went there with my sister to just like be there. I don't remember why I was there. I think maybe they were also family friends, so the rest of my family was there too. But I remember being like, I was just like watching them play on the bouncy houses because, they were for little kids. I couldn't play on them. But it just gave me a lot of nostalgia. So I think that this is solid S tier. And I don't know why, but it's also very much reminding me of the blow-up houses that they would buy for our Catholic school for the little events. Because I just remember, did you ever like walk back to like the back of those houses that were like blown up, and you were like standing right next to the fan, and it was so loud? That's what I'm hearing in my head right now.
Yeah. I do think it's a good one. I do think just because of the sake of I think the next one's better. I want to put this one in A tier.
Okay. The next one better be good,
it is
though.
good. I do think that one's good. I do think this one's better. Now, looking at this next one.
Oh, you were right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Look at the carpets, Judy. Look at what they say. Pump it up.
Pump it up.
We We went to Pump It Up. I think I had at least 2 birthdays there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I loved Pump It Up. I thought that was like peak fun.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think fun got any better than there.
Why don't they make these for adults? I want to go back. Make an appointment for my 21st. We're going.
But they had the great slides. They had a bunch of like they had like a bunch of other games too. I remember.
Yeah.
Like they had like arcade games.
You know what's funny is that I'm looking at that slide that's like cut off in the photo, the big one obviously, and I can feel the plastic. I can feel it rubbing up against me and giving me like carpet burn essentially. I can feel how hard it was to get up the slide, and I can feel the joy of going down it, and also the smell of my clothes getting burnt a little bit from the momentum. And I can feel it all.
Yes.
I'm experiencing all of it right now. Also,
Remember
the fact that this is just one room.
I know. No, remember when you would get a little bit sweaty and you were wearing shorts, and so your legs would stick to the slide going down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Didn't feel good, but man, was it fun.
You'd have to do like the little shimmy of like getting your legs off of the thing before you go down it.
Oh, and the carpet. I'm sorry, that carpet.
That carpet is very, like...
It's very dirty.
That was interior design at its finest.
I want this in my room, Gigi. I want this carpet in my room.
You want the carpet that has confetti on it that says "Pump It Up" in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I will call my people and I will let them know, and I'll get it remodeled next time that I come over to house sit. And you'll just come home, you'll be like, "Oh, I'm so tired, I gotta go up to my room and take a nap." And then you'll walk in and you'll see "Pump It Up" all over your floor.
I do want to say that I'm looking at this and I'm like, gosh, without all the like blow-ups and stuff, it's just a warehouse. It's an empty warehouse.
You know what's funny is that like some of these walls I think are clearly fake walls. Like they're movable walls. Cuz this must be a bigger establishment that they had to like break up. Cuz
anyways, I like this one. S tier.
S tier.
This next one looks like something out of a horror movie. What is that? What is it?
Oh my god.
Is it like a mini golf course?
Yo, it might be. I'm
looks
very
like a haunted
confused.
Mini golf course.
You know what this looks like? The circles in the wall, that reminds me of like the entrance to like a underground like roller coaster, but it does not match with the rest of the things inside of the room. It doesn't match. Also, I don't like how I can't see like these weird circular things on the walls that aren't windows. What are those?
I'm trying to like
it's
decide
dark,
what the
it's
floor
dingy, it's dirty.
I'm trying to decide what the floor is because at first it looked like leaves, like it just looked like a room with a bunch of leaves on the floor, but it's actually like carpeting and it looks like trees.
Yeah. It does not look good. I think that this might be a mini golf course because there's the one in like the back on the left has like a little hole, like cut out.
I was thinking that, yeah.
And I'm guessing that leads to like a different section or something.
Maybe these are like maybe it leads to the section that's right next to it on the right. Maybe that's where it leads. Can't be a hole in one though.
Yeah. I don't like the layout of this if it is mini golf because like how are you supposed to know which hole you're supposed to go to next?
I know, it's very disturbing. I don't know how I feel about this one. How do you feel about this one?
I don't like this one. Also I don't really have much nostalgia for it.
Should we put it in D tier?
I think we should.
D for dark and dingy.
Yeah, it is certainly a liminal space. but there's no
It
nostalgia.
certainly is.
And also, it doesn't give us any vibes that we like.
No, I'm getting bad vibes, and not in a good way.
We saw you from across the bar, and we really didn't like your vibe.
All right, this last one. Oh, this one is so good.
Mini golf part 2.
Mini golf, but fun.
See, this is mini golf I can get behind. I don't think I've actually ever experienced anything like this, but I would like to.
See, I feel like I've been in a place like this, but it wasn't mini golf, it was paintball.
Is that a deer on the back wall? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is.
Props and stuff. The last one is so shit compared to this one.
Oh, yeah. There's like trees. I like this one.
This feels like it's like AI generated, the way that it's lit.
Like,
It's
wait,
very
Gigi,
nice.
look at. Oh, wait, never mind. I got excited. I thought in the bottom left was kinetic sand, but it is not. It's like a beanbag or something. Weird shape.
It is a weird shape. Are you 100% sure this is an AI generated?
No, this is real. But I don't know. It's like it's not dark, but it is dark.
Yeah. It's neon, so you can't tell that it's dark, but like if it wasn't neon, it would be dark.
Yeah.
Is it dingy? No. Is it dirty? No. But it is dark.
All right. I seriously don't know. Maybe B?
Yeah, I think B.
It's not bad. Like, I think it's definitely better than the last one.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that last final statement, Gigi?
I agree.
B tier?
B.
Because that's our last one.
And good too, because I'm getting eepy.
Me too.
Will I be sleeping,
I'm very
however?
hungry. I haven't eaten.
I will be playing Plants vs. Zombies instead of eeping.
I will be watching Smallville. All right, so shall we go over this?
Yes.
Attempt to. So at the D tier, I got the dingy looking mini golf, and also the flooded subway station. And C tier, I got the pizzeria / hospital. And B tier, I got the clean mall, the endless hallway that's like an office space, and the endless hallway in the hotel, and the neon golf. In A tier, I have, I don't know what that is. Literally like the empty room, and then I have the enclosed space hotel thing that has the ceiling, the water park, and the blow up place part 1. In S tier, I have the spiral staircase to nowhere and the pump it up.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right. Anything else you want to say, Gigi? Before I take us out?
If you have a liminal space near you, I don't want to see it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for watching the Pasta Podcast. We enjoyed ranking liminal spaces with you today. Remember to like and subscribe because we need it desperately. And we love you, we miss you, and we hope we see you in our next Pasta Podcast.
Pasta la vista, I wouldn't wanna be you, so I'll see you later, Alfredo alligator. I'm gonna hit the road, you tortellini toad, and out of here and grab another beer. Pasta la vista, I wouldn't wanna be, yes, I've got to split. Selling tiny elephant, it's about the time